So, designer drugs are this very odd thing that it's not exclusively American, but it's a very American idea, which would be, that there's these drugs that are just like illegal drugs, but they just change one little molecule. And the thought originally was, it came out of that, is like, it's always a perceptual shift that a psychedelic drug causes. What if the perceptual shift were combined with this idea that physicists have, which is that time is we only see it as happening one thing after the other in a line, or for you guys, this direction. And it's actually all happened and happening, and it's like driving down a highway and imagining that the buildings just collapse behind you. They don't. You just can't drive in reverse and go find them again. And we thought, what if you could see it that way? And that's what the pill did.
Can you talk a little bit about the idea of the time travel and how it entered into the script and where it was?
Yeah, I mean, I think the original conception of the idea, it all started with the idea that I was pre-med before I was a filmmaker, so I took a whole bunch of calculus-based physics, and there's only two things I remember from it, because I was terrible at it. One was Einstein's special relativity, because that basically shows you that time travel is possible, and the other one was that the way we perceive time, like Aaron was saying, it's probably incorrect. It's probably more like, we think we're like on a river of time, but it's more like a frozen river with a bunch of moments that have already happened. And there's something about that was really interesting, and that's where it started. But I think it also started, we were at Toronto After Dark Film Festival with our first movie, Resolution, back in...
Yeah!
I'm like blown away that everyone who's ever seen Resolution's in this room. But we were here at Toronto After Dark Film Festival, and we were killing time at a cafe before our screening. Killing time. And Back to the Future was on the TV in the cafe. And anytime Back to the Future comes on, Back to the Future is kind of like Pulp Fiction, where it's like every scene's the best scene, and you can't stop watching it. And we're watching it, it's like, it's still an amazing movie, but it's like a lot of Robert Zemeckis movies, where it's like, Forrest Gump's kind of like this too, where it's like, the past is so romanticized in a way, but you can only really do that if you're a white heterosexual male, and that's a very small subset of the population. For everyone else, the past is a monster, the past is a horror story, and that's where some of the ideas came from.
I'm going to open it up to the audience. Does anybody have any questions? I'll go right here first. Yeah.
In the writing, a lot of times in time travel movies, they kind of over-explain and throw a lot of science and stuff. And you guys left a lot of that to the audience, so thank you for that. Was there ever in the writing process, do you ever want to go into the facile exposition mode and try to over-explain all the time travel?
Oh boy.
So the question was there more exposition about the time travel in the writing that you ended up taking out for the final?
So all of our movies, because we try to convince ourselves of the what if, meaning like it has to actually feel believable to us, not just as a fun fantasy idea or fictional idea, but as an actual thing that could be based in science in some weird little way. And in doing that, we always make sure that we do shoot something that is over-explaining it and hate it. And the actors hate it. Everybody hates it. You shoot it anyways because there's always a chance that you're going to get through the edit. If you don't shoot it, you're going to get through the edit and be like, oh my god, no one has any idea what the fuck is going on. So that's it. You have it in your back pocket and you shoot it and you try to be as clever as you can to shoot it in a way where it's very easily cuttable. And we cut that shit.